Hi everybody and welcome. It is Tuesday at 2 o'clock and I'm here live to create some fun cards that I think are going to be really interesting and kind of a fun learning thing for you. So I know at the beginning of the year, of course I should say my name is Marcie Besecker and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And I really wanted to do this video. It's really going to be kind of us chatting and just kind of looking at a few things. I am going to create a card. I kind of wasn't sure if I was going to or not. I'm trying to get our comments up. There we go. And but at the beginning of the year, I told you I wanted to really work on using DSP and designer series paper. Hi, Steph. And so that's kind of what I wanted to do today, is just kind of show you some things that I've created and also show you some items that I think are going to be kind of a thought process to think about how do you use up that designer series paper, not just with the bags, not just with boxes and things like that, but on cards. So I kind of just wanted to play with that today and see what kind of show you some different ideas, and then also we'll create a fun, simple card. Hello, let's see, Jennifer, Carla, Patty, Debbie, Kathy, Joanna, Barbara, Jacqueline. Hello, everybody. Good evening, Joanna. For those of you in Texas, I am so sorry. My poor upline is going on hour 30 something without electricity. No heat. The poor inside of her house is 36 to 41 degrees and super, super cold. It's dark, it's snowy, they really don't have a lot of light to even play cards or, do some stuff. And then you've got to get your hands out of under the covers. They're charging their phones in the garage, in the cars, and things like that. I'm so, so sorry. Hello, Gail. Oh, icy. It's gloomy out and cold here to me, and I'm not even going to tell you what the temperature is because I'm in California. And it's not cold, but it's cold to me. But I would rather do hot than cold, because I was telling my upline, you could get in a swimming pool, you could take a cold shower, you could, take clothes off, get ice, whatever, but cold, I don't like it. So I'm really sorry for those that are having icy cold weather, and hopefully spring will get here soon and we'll have beautiful weather, and hopefully we can all get outside and have fun. All right, so let's see. I don't even really have a lot of announcements. You guys know that it's February. Celebration is almost over. So the first few cards you're going to see that I created is with that paper. So let me show you. So here are 4 of the packs. I already showed you this plenty of times. I've used this one up a bit, the brights, and I've used the neutral, the neutrals up a bit. And you'll see some cards I made with that. So we're just going to wait a little bit while people get on. So I did want to use these fun papers that you would get for free if you join. So we're going to do a little bit of that. And hello, Francie. Hi, Gail. So what I wanted to do is just kind of play and kind of show you. I do have a card kind of planned. I just kind of came up with it. Hello, Linda and Carolyn. So let me show you some cards that I've already created, and then we're going to do another card. So like I said, my idea was just to try to use up your designer series paper. How often, and I know you guys are going to say, yes, do you at the end of a catalog, if you're a demonstrator, or even if you're not and you are a customer, at the end of a catalog, new paper comes, right? So when the new paper comes, everybody wants the new paper, but we have so much of the paper that we've already bought because we had to have it. So thank you for sharing, Linda. I appreciate that. Welcome, Amy. Kathy, I heard somebody mention that they were going to be, that these papers were going to be in the new catalog, but I do not know that for sure. I've not seen that. And I don't know where she heard that, but I don't know for sure. But they're really nice, the monochromatic papers. So let's just start and get busy. Oops, sorry, you don't even see my keyboard. All right, so I'm going to show you just some cards that I created. So here is the first one, which is on the front of the video. Oh, let me fix my light in here. I got my light all kind of wonky. All right, so there is the first one. So what I did is I took the neutral paper out of our new paper packs here that are for new demonstrators, and I used it on the back here just to kind of fill it in. I like using designer series paper because it just really adds a lot. You don't have to stamp, and in this stamp set you don't have a lot of smaller stamps or different stamps that you could use as a background. You pretty much have some larger images, and you'll see them all in the cards I'm going to show you. And so I thought this was a really nice way to just kind of fill that space up. And so that's kind of what I did. Of course, I took my bottom edge and added it in the inside. So that's one of them. And same paper pack. So I kind of changed it up. I used some soft suede. I used the two different paper packs here. And so I went ahead and decided to add some different layers. Thanks, Jennifer. Right, Carolyn. I thought these were great for guys. They're a little more, you know, like I said, the monochromatic coloring, but I added some pop of color on there, and I really like the Mary Merlot with the browns for guys. Here's another one. And so I chose the two different colors to go out of the paper pack. And so I just chose this, a simple card, no bows, no ribbons, no nothing. Jennifer, it is in the mini. Let me find it for you. It's called Soar Confidentially. I think it's on 70 something. Here we go. And this was a really cool set. It looks like they took the compass one out of another set, the Old World set, I think it is, and then did some clouds and the balloon. And then again, clouds. And if you, speaking of clouds, if you guys haven't seen the new upcoming, oh, I did finally change it, you guys. The paper pumpkin, look at these stencils. Those stencils and the sponge, and you're still going to get a stamp set. And so this is really going to be a cool paper pumpkin this month. And I think it has something, I can't remember the title, something about adventure. So oh, here's to you, but it's about adventure, but there is some stamp set, and it's kind of a here's to you kind of nice thing. So yes, so that is it, page 70, Soar Confidentially. It's only $19. It says, soar confidentially in your own sky to a wonderful man for you. Happy Father's Day. And then you've got the three images. Let's see if they did any over here. No, just this page here. So that is that set. All right. So there is 3 of them, and here's another one. This ribbon here, I believe, is from, oh, I wish I could remember. Let me look. The Well Suited. So this is the Well Suited. I know, Jennifer. Now, if you could just become my customer and not another demonstrator. But I love enabling you guys. It makes me feel better that I'm not the only one buying everything, right? So the Well Suited, I thought, was really pretty with this. And so we have the blimp here, the For You. And all I did is twirl that up and just stick it in. I just put a little bit of tape down, and then I've got a dimensional right there, so it's kind of holding on. But you can see I could probably pull this back and forth and do what I want, but I just wanted to add something. And since those colors match quite nicely, that's what I decided to do. So those are the first 4 cards that I created. And like I said, no need to show you how to create these. I embossed the images and I used some layers. Here I used the rectangle die on the top 2 layers, but then I decided, I did it also on this one. But then I decided once I started, I thought, you know what, if you are a new stamper and you get these paper packs and you just don't have a lot of product yet and you're not quite sure where to start, I kind of wanted to show that if you just kind of look at your papers, I mean, if you really think about it, the image is stamped on a solid color. So when you get your paper packs, figure out what stamp set and what packs really interest you, and then kind of decide on a stamp set to go with it. And then you could really create a lot of stuff with just your paper and a stamp set. Okay, so that's just kind of an idea. And then of course, you know, I always like to add. So this was a little trim off of this paper I added. And of course this paper, because this comes 6 by 6. And this one I believe is, well, I used the die, but it's about 3 3/4 by 5, something like that. And I really didn't measure these. The other thing I did is I stamped this and then I just put it into my trimmer. And what I did, and I guess I should have done an extra to show you, but what I did is, so let's say, let me pull a scrap piece in. Let's just say that this is our image right here. Okay. Oh, UPS is here. I know what it is. It's Stampin' Up. I guarantee it. Okay, so you're going to take the image. Shh, Charlie. Shh, it's okay. And I just slide it into right at the edge of the plastic. Okay, over on this side. And then that's where you know, and you can kind of see the grooves where you want. Get an idea of how far away you want the image to be. So this would be very close. And then if you want it back, you can even go like to this line and you can see where your image is just touching the line and then cut. So let's say we did it this way and you want the image to go like right up to there. Oops, wrong one. And now you're going to be this far away. So whenever I do my image, I do it all the way around the same way. Okay, I'm going to close it again. It's not exactly straight, but that's about where I'm at. So now my distance from here to here is about the same. So just kind of get an idea how far you want your image at. But these little guides, and they're really not guides, you can just tell like by the grooves and things, you can see right through and you can get your same size image all the way around. This one, of course, we did differently. But so don't not think about this. There's no numbers on it, but you can kind of gauge it, get an idea of how far in or out that you want to cut your image, okay? So that's kind of what I did. And then after that, I just added this to a piece of gray, and what I did is I added 2 of the sides equally. So now what I did is I took this, and so let's just say I'm going to use my Pear Pizzazz here. So what I would do is take my image and I would go corner to corner and just kind of line it up. And these are not like super straight, but let's say that that's how much I wanted around. Then I would glue it on, and then I would take it in my trimmer and kind of see how far, you know, your edges are, and then I would cut the other 2. So there really wasn't any measuring on these. So if you're not really good with measuring and that kind of thing, you can make your trimmer do all the work for you. Oh, me too, Jacqueline. Hi, Tashana. Okay, so that's kind of how I did these. So when people say, oh, what were your measurements? I didn't really measure. I just kind of stamped my image. You can tell this one's a little higher than down here, but I really wanted it a little bit bigger to be my main focus. And I think they came out fine for not measuring, other than, you know, I used my squares on these two and this one. So there are those. And then I decided to work with something else, bring something else up and try. So I decided to bring in some different colors and some different images. So I embossed this with gold, and this is from the Dandy Dragonfly, Dandy, is it Dandy? Oh, Dandy Garden. So I just did this image, same thing, I just cut it down to the size of my image, added some of the Melon Mambo on there, or not Melon Mambo, Melody, Mango Melody. And then I did tone on tone here because I wanted to do the blue dragonfly, and I added some Winkostella. And so again, I'm just kind of layering up the images and kind of doing kind of the monochromatic, not a bunch of different colors, but just kind of using the same. And this one I added embellishments. It's still super simple, and I did hand cut the sentiment. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. My whole thought on all this was new demonstrators on kind of how to use your paper and come up with things if you don't have a lot of product. All right, so here's another one. So I decided to use the grandparent set, which is called, it happens to be on the other side here, Treasures of Life. So I chose this I Love You here, and it's just the hands. It's kind of probably hard to tell on picture. You know, Jennifer, when I did my color combos, I took out this package because these were all regals. So if you think about it, when you open this up, all of these are so pretty and match together. So any of these would match. And this is not the one I use for this, but this is what I would do. Like these three colors I think are gorgeous together. And that's the thing, that these are all kind of, you know, matching together. So you could choose any of those. And then the same thing, if you pull out the subtles, you could just choose any of these and they'll match great together. And they're all subtles and they just look great together. So that's what I really thought was really cool about these when you buy in the color family, especially if you're new. And you could choose different colors to go with different things. And then there's different patterns to go with different, you know, what you want. So I've got the flower on one side, the plaid, then we've got these drop kind of prints right here, and then like a honeycomb kind of look on the other side. I could have pulled out a darker color, but so there's 4 different kind of prints, and then you can just kind of pick and choose the colors that you want. And so they match great. So that's what I did. I just kind of opened up a package and took a couple colors out that I liked. Oh, you're welcome. All right, so that is how I chose the colors. And then on this one, I decided not to put a sentiment in the front because it says I love you in their hands. I did just add a tiny bow and these sequins, but on the inside, I did have this layered up to go in the front. It was kind of big and I didn't like it. I wanted this to be the main focus, so I chose just to put that on the inside. So that's just another one. Now my next one gets kind of fancy. I decided, all right, now I have all of this designer series paper, and this is an old one that people have been doing for a long time, but you can pick and choose your different punches. But I chose to do this one. And so this punch is called the Tailored Tag, which is this one here. And I just thought, this is super popular. I wanted the green to pop out to really tie in the green here. And then I just kind of chose 2 of every image. And then I cut off the edges. And then I started adding them, you know, in different spots to kind of create the card front. I decided to angle the ribbon, do it a little bit different. And then I had to trim some off of the front. And so that's when I decided to make this smaller to add the green. And then I added it to the bottom with another little piece of a different pattern paper. So you know that I have my paper in envelopes, like, you know, in my boxes like this. So I brought down a couple boxes to play with, and so I thought we would create a couple cards, and I have just an idea on one, and the other one I have no idea. In fact, I'm going to let you guys choose which paper we're going to play with. But this was super simple. I started in the middle. So on the green paper, I took it and I put it in my trimmer and I scored it in the middle. That way I knew exactly where my first piece was going to go. And then I laid them out how I wanted them, and then I adhered them, and then I cut them and trimmed them, and there we go. That's how we got that. So it just gives a lot of little different prints from the same paper pack. Okay, so that's kind of what I did on that one. So let's put these aside. I'll show you another quick one that I thought of, and then you guys can choose which set we're going to use and do something different. So I did pre-cut a little bit on this next one. So I did Flirty Flamingo, and this is going to be completely different again. And I did Mango Melody, and then this is from the Artistry Bloom. Okay, so we're going to pull out something else from here too. So this is kind of what I'm thinking my card base is going to be. I thought it was super cheerful and fun. Carolyn, I cut mine into 4x6 because I'm mostly a card maker. And so by doing it 4x6, then I can cut it down to 5 1/4 by 4, and then I have the strip to add into the middle, to the inside of the card, which I have also right here. So by cutting that down, I can add it to the inside. I got to measure this, and this might be shorter than 4. This is shorter than 4, but I want to do that with my insides. All right, so I'm going to have to find another piece. And this one, I want to make sure it's 4. It is. And so what I'll do is I'll cut this one down to 5 1/4 because I'll probably use this piece for something else. And this will be the inside of my card. All right. So that's what I like to do with that. All right, so let me see, make sure this one's not less than 4. Oh, this one I cut down to 3 3/4 already because it's going to layer up on that. We're going to go ahead and use this piece because it matches. The reason I chose that is this piece I also like, but I could definitely use this for a background. Oh, you know what, Sandpiper, you can't buy them from Stampin' Up anymore, and I've already had a bunch with my paper. And somebody asked me the other day what I was going to do. When this paper retires, I have some 6x6 like stencil size plastic sleeves, kind of like the ones we put our cards in, and I just move the paper pack into those, whatever I have left here. And then I will reuse this case when the new catalog comes out for my current paper. So that's what I'm going to have to do because we can't find any more, which isn't a bad idea because if I had plastic cases for all my paper, I would run out of room. So I think I'm good with that. All right, a couple things we're going to do. We are going to set this aside for right now because what I'd like to do is we are going to color our ribbon. And so I'm going to use the polka dot tulle ribbon. And I've already taken a piece. So if you saw my ribbon video, this is what I did. I want my ribbon to go around here with my bow. So I acted like I did a double bow. I flipped it over, and I just want to make sure I have enough on both sides to go around. Oh, Patty, that's a good idea. Karen, you're not that late. I did show a bunch of samples but you can catch that at the beginning. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. I love the cases too, and you know what? When I left Stampin' Up! several years ago, I had a ton of them, and I kept a bunch, and then I finally got rid of them, and now I wish I would not have done that, but that's okay. Something else may come our way. That's what I'm going to say. All right, so I don't know that for sure. I'm just saying. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? All right, so I want to do my bow in the Mango Melody. So I'm going to start with the light and see if I want that color. So I'm just going to color that. And I think that's going to be okay. It doesn't have to be super all colored. Even if there's some white sticking through, I'm okay with that. I don't think I want to do the dark. I think this is dark enough. And I'm just laying it lightly just to get my little bumps and a little bit of the ribbon behind it. There's other ways you could do this. You could do, put it in some re-inker and a spritzer, add a little bit of alcohol to it or water or whatever you want. Probably alcohol would stick better. But then there's a lot of drying time and all that. So I'm just laying this down and lightly going over it. I'm not really getting into it hard. If there's some white on it, I am perfectly all right with that. Sandpiper, the photo boxes, like you can get them at the craft store. Like Hobby Lobby carries them. You know, you put your photos in them. They're decorative boxes. I would show you, but mine are way up high and I can't reach them. I put older cards in mine. Okay, so there we go. There's our ribbon. It's going to add some color, so that'll be fun. We'll set that aside. And I'm telling you, this card's going to be super easy. I'm going to bring in my daisy punch. I'm going to use the smaller one. And we are going to punch 3 daisies. And I want them fairly colorful. So I'm going to go like right here for one. So we'll get some, I want to go over here. We'll get some yellow and some pink. And then here we've got a variety of color. 3. And I think I'm going to go to the other side. We'll bring some white and pinks in. Okay, so there is 3. Now, this is going to blow your mind, you guys. I just thought of this today and it seemed to work out quite nicely. So hold on and I'll show you. Right, Debbie, here too. Well, it's kind of gloomy today, but it's not snowing. Okay, so do you guys have this stamp, this punch? It is the bow, and I'm going to use it. I don't know if you guys still have it or what, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out 2 of these. So you just want this part up here. And you can pull out a die that has, I'm going to go to the lighter edge over here. You can pull out a die and cut some leaves, or you can just cut them with paper. Okay, whatever you want. So let me show you what I did. I have some glue dots. And now I'm going to take my bone folder, and especially with DSP, be super careful. You don't want to pull. Just roll it on your bone folder. And I'm going to do all of them. You can tell that I missed one. This one right here. All right, 2 and 1 more. Exactly, Karen. Cut pieces out with other dies. You can cut it out with paper. We're going to make leaves with that. Let me see, my iCloud's wanting to update, so I'll have to clear that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to think about what you want on the top. I'm going to put this one on top just because I think it's going to bring out some fun color. So you want to be careful. Again, this is DSP. So what I do is I put it right on my glue dot and then take your pick tool and then just pick it up, because otherwise you're going to rip your paper. Okay, so I'm gonna go right off the edge, but see how there's a space still here between the two? So you want to get them close, but leave a space because you have a third one that you're going to add. So you really want to be able to see all three. Okay, so just kind of turn it a little bit, make sure you can see all three. So I finished my show, you guys. I wasn't home yesterday to start a show. I know I asked you guys about a TV series. There's a few I need to look into. But I finished my show and it was so good. So now I got to find something else. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in, I have a little circle. Oh, thank you so much, Karen. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I have the little half circle. Now remember, I've been with Stampin' Up! A long time, so some of my items I may not have. And when I do stuff like this, you may not always have something, but you can find it. Now, yes, I could just go into my I thought I had, let's see. I can go into my product and find a little die that has a circle, but I am going to find what I've got that's the easiest to reach for, because that's what you guys would do at home. All right, I'm going to use, again, this DSP here, and I'm going to cut out just this little decorative design here for the middle. All right, so I'm going to pull that out of my paper pack. There's so many pretty colors. This color is the brights, and this is where I got the blue and the yellow from. This is all of these colors. And I know demonstrators are hot on the trail for wanting to get this. So hopefully it's going to be available again. All right. I do have the punch holder also from Stampin' Storage, and it's great. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this circle first is I'm going to just take a little bit of glue. And yes, I could do a glue dot, but I just want to make sure that it's going right where I want it. And I can move it around where I want it. And so I'm just going to stick that right in the center. Okay, so we're just going to put that there, right there, and move that aside. Now here, what I did is just, hi Janet, just kind of follow along and then just cut your own, like whatever size you want. So I just went down like that. And then I turn it over because it's easier for me to cut this way because I'm right-handed. And I just kind of went down like that and cut that center off. Okay, so they're just little leaves, not a big deal, nothing fancy. I thought, you know, I could draw some lines on them and all that kind of stuff, but you don't need to do that. Once you put that back there, it just kind of looks like a leaf, right? All right, and I could do a third leaf if I want, like I could add another one. So what I'll do is I'll just take this one, and again, I start up here and I just kind of go down a little thinner. You don't want it super big. And then just cut that one off. And then I put the dot kind of towards the bottom. Oops, see, you don't want to pull it off. It'll break, it'll rip. And then I'm just going to kind of stick that like that right there. So it'll be there. You're still going to adhere this down, so don't worry about that. That'll be fine for now. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Stamparatus. Now, I have not made this card. It was just kind of something I wanted to think about that was kind of simple. And I am using Happiest of Birthdays. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. So that's going to be our main focus. All right. So let's think about this when we put it in here. And we're going to go right to our paper. because why not? Let's figure this out. Now there's a couple things we could do. We're going to put a bow, don't forget, and we also have our flower. And our flower, we could just go up in the, it'll be fine because we have 3 layers. So we're just going to make it work. So we're going to do that. I want it right about there. Oh yeah, Karen, you can make leaves from anything. You could just pick up a piece of scratch paper and make a leaf, so don't worry about that. You can do so much with it. Okay, I gotta move my light, hit me in the head. All right. So let's close this up, and I think I'm just gonna do black. Let's make it nice and bold. And I want to see what it looks like. I may end up putting clear embossing powder over it, so don't pull everything out of your Stamparatus yet. We're going, you know how I like to do. Yep. Nice and flat. I just feel like everything gets inked better when you have something under there. All right, so let's just close it. Now, remember, I had in mind a new stamper that was just kind of wanting to use their DSP for a lot. They may not have a heat gun. They may not have embossing powder. So my thought was not to emboss it, but we could. But that looks fine, not even being embossed. Okay. Look how that looks really nice, and I love the paper. So I am going to be fine with this. We don't need to emboss it. I think it looks good. All right, so let's just wipe this off. All right, so I know you guys may not know this, or if you do or have one. Uh-oh, my drawer is stuck. But sometimes if you use your stamps on your Stamparatus and you don't have it on a block, you can still use this. I have spray on this already. This sticks to your fingers just fine. My fingers are clean. And there you go. Now we can put it away and it's clean, and I love my scrub. Okay. So there we go with that. Let's set that aside. Mm-hmm. And now let's layer this up. Oh, Karen, those owl punches are hot items. I love punches. Punches, if there's a punch, I get it. I do too, Karen. I have the chamois too. I really like my Stampin' Scrub a lot. I just feel like it gets cleaner. All right, so we're just going to put this right on here. Kind of center it. I kind of look at the bottom, look at the top, just kind of before you, like this is way over to the side a little bit. I'm going to move it so I don't really push it on yet. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to take our ribbon in, and I'm going to do my bow. And I want my yellow dots on the outside. So remember, when you're doing your bow, you're going to have to twist. So 1, 2, 3, go over. And under. You're going to cross it like cross and away. So now I want to think about my tails. I want my tail to go this way, and I want this tail to go that way. And you have to be super careful with this ribbon because it will grip, it will break. All right, so be really careful with this ribbon. So what I'm going to do is tie it in a double knot because it's so delicate. If you pull this, it will rip. Most ribbons, I tell you, just kind of tightly pull them. This one, no. So I'm going to bring the second one through. Trying. There we go. I want this one to the front, and I want this one to the front. All right, so that's good enough. All right, now just kind of fan out your ribbon. There we go. I want my polka dots to show, and you're going to see white ones because you're going to see the back side of this, and that I'm okay with that. All right, so we're going to take a glue dot, and I'm going to take a couple of them because I just really want to make sure that this is on here really well. And we're just going to put it right there. All right, we're going to bring this in because we're going to be adhering that. And I don't know where our daisy's going yet. We'll figure it out. All right, so we can turn it and get it situated on there. Same with our bow. Thanks, Carla. I love these colors. The flirty and the mango are two of my favorites. All right, so let's just go ahead and put our adhesive because we're going to adhere it down. And again, I'm trying to do it kind of as a new person that, you know, she might not have a bunch of dimensionals or different things, but just to kind of give an idea. Hi, Jennifer. And we're just going to tuck that there, pull that around that way. And now we have our bow. And then I just make sure that that's tucked. That's not going to go anywhere. All right. So now, without trying to stick my head in the way and turn everything crazy. But what's fun when you do your DUSP, you've got to think about that all of the hard work is taken out. They've made the colors and combined them and made what they want these colors to be, right? So by going through and looking at what you have, you're like, oh, okay, I can make this, you know, use these colors. And I don't know where I want this to go or if I want it to go on here. But they've already done all the thinking of the colors. I think I'm just going to put that right there. And the bow is just kind of fluffy behind there, and I'm good with that. All right, what do you guys think? Or do we want to put that on there? What would we do? Oh, I know, I love glue dots. All right, so let's see. Here's our card. Let's do our inside while I'm thinking about this. And I think this was my inside. See, I grabbed it. Now I set it down and I don't remember. All right. So let's add our adhesive. I just put a new adhesive in here because, you know, I always run out right in the middle of a video. I didn't want to do that. All right, so we'll put that on there. Okay, so now that's good and ready to go. Again, just always add some DSP, some printed paper. If you create your own DSP, always make it just a little bit bigger than what you need so you can use it for the inside of your card. All right, so that just gives you a finished look on the inside. And then I think we're going to do this right here. And we'll just put it like right below the bow. What do you guys think? Right there? I think I'll put it there. I think if we go up too much, it's going to be in the words, unless we put it down here. But I think we're going to put it there. All right, let's do it with a dimension. And I'm going to have the greenery come downward. And just move the bow out to the side. And now there's your flower. Now, we've got to add something. So, I I'm trying to find one of my new favorites, which I think the black would look kind of fun with the sentiment. All right, so we got the bow just kind of popping out, and you could pull your bow still and, you know, make it side to side however you want it. All right, so I think I'm going to take, of course I can't leave anything alone, right? I'm going to take the Wink of Stella and just do the center of the flower. And Wink of Stella, if you are a new person, that will help you just pop all kinds of stuff. Oh, sorry, my head was in the way. I just saw it on the video. You guys are behind me on video when I look up at my phone to read comments, and I just saw my head stuck in the way. Sorry. I'm going to put one here, one there, and one more. Sometimes I like to do that on the eye, but I don't know if I like that or not. I think I'm just going to tuck it right there. Okay, so there we go. There is our cute little card with the SP. Now, you have a choice. I'm going to make another card. Just, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue. Either we could use, you should see my desk. Wow. Okay, let me move that one over. We could do Paper Blooms, which is this set. Okay, so the Paper Blooms, these, or the ice cream set, or the snail set. Let's do the ice cream, because I've done snails. So the blooms or ice cream. So either one of those. Which ones do you want to do? Oh, Karen, that's funny. All the Wink of Stellas that you found cleaning your room. That's hilarious. All right, I'm going to pick up a couple things while you guys are putting your comments down, because I have stuff everywhere. Okay, looks like ice cream it is. All right, so if you've watched me for a while, you know that I did a bunch of die cutting. I'm not sure we're going to use this, but I'm going to show you anyway. So I have a bunch of ice creams in here, but I have an idea, a different idea. So a card that I've been wanting to make, I'm going to need that. You're looking for bodies. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do, okay, I have an idea, and I don't think I'm going to use this. I think I have a different idea that I want to show you if you haven't pre-cut all your stuff. All right, so we're going to need some purple and some green, not polka dots. Well, we could do polka dots, but let me see. I want to do ice cream cone. Okay, we're going to use this. Or confetti. Which one? Stripes or confetti? Let me know. Stripes or confetti? Which one of those do you want? I'm going to continue on looking for my paper. I'm thinking about. While I'm looking for my ice creams, I can't find my cones. I thought there was a bigger, okay, let's get out of the snails. A bigger cone. Confetti, I have one for confetti so far. All right, I think, okay, I thought we had another bigger ice cream, but I think it's just this one. So, okay, that's fine. We're going to use that. 3 confetti, 2 stripes. Okay, 2 more people, and that's going to tell me what to use. 1, 2, 3 confetti. 3 stripes, 3 confetti. Next one gets it. What is it? Whoever's going to put something down right after Karen's, that's what we're doing. Confetti or stripes. Somebody's got to put it in. While I grab my ice cream punch, if I can find it. Okay, confetti is the winner. All right, grabbing my ice cream punch, and I kind of have an idea of a card I've been wanting to do. Found my punch. All right, so let's see. This is going to be fun. All right. Let's see. Stripes are put away then because confetti won. Oh, did she tie it? Okay, let me look. Confetti, confetti, confetti. Stripes, stripes, stripes. Nope, confetti won. Unless I'm counting people twice. I don't know. Okay, we're just going to do confetti because that's what I've got out now. All right. Oh, I have stripes out too, I guess. Oh, and confetti. Look at me. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is get some Blackberry Bliss because I love Blackberry Bliss. Yay, I have a piece cut, but I think it's too small. So let's get a Blackberry Bliss to be our card base. And what we're going to do is something different. We're going to do a fancy fold too. So 4 1/4. Okay, this is our base. And for this then we're going to go 5 1/4 by 4. All right, so there's our 5 1/4. Oh, my. All right, so there is that. So our card base is, now this isn't going to be a very simple card, but this is just going to be, I mean, it's not hard, but for new people, not what I'm thinking. Okay, so what I want to do is, this is 4 1/4, so I'm going to take 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. No, let me think. Let me get my ruler. Okay, so now you guys are seeing what it's like on the fly. So let me see. I can't find my ruler. All right, we're going to do all right, I had to move some stuff out of my way. Okay, so we're going to do 4. So we'll do 4 by 4 1/4. Let's see what we have here. I should have measured this first. 8 1/2. Okay, that's what I want. All right. So we're going to fold this, and this should go up to here. Let's see. Yes, because I want this to be my front. Okay. You guys, I talk to myself when I craft, just so you know. This is how I do it. We're going to add this on here first. Oops, 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 oops. Alright, I love this ice cream set. I'm surprised I haven't made like 50 cards with this yet, but I have not. Alright, so there we go. And so I want this to be here, but I'm going to cut this at 2 1/8 because I want this to be, let's see. I need to clean my room, you guys. So 2 1/8 should be half. So we're going to cut that off. Okay, that's too small, so we won't use that. All right. Oh, I've got like I don't know if that's Wink Estella or glitter or something all over. All right, so that should be right at the edge. And so now I want to do a small piece. Oh, this one's smaller. Okay, so what I did is I did this at 4 1/4, which is the width of this, by 8 1/2, and I folded it and I took off that piece. So really this could have been the 4 1/4 plus the 2 1/8, which is going to be 6 3/8. So, but that's okay because I could use that for something else. All right, so now I'm going to need confetti. Your voice is ahead of what I see. Uh-oh. Oh, good, Jennifer. I feel better. Oh, Stephanie knows. I do sing Yellow Submarine when I'm crafting. Stephanie, you're giving all my secrets away. All right, I think we're going to have to do this. Let's see, if we do 3 1/2. So what I'm going to do is just kind of think that 3 1/2 might be about the good size that I want. Let's see, 2, and let's see. Amy, I'm not sure why my voice is ahead. Maybe refresh. Okay, so this is 3 1/2 by 2 7/8. All right, so now this is 2 1/8 by 4 1/4. So we're going to need our DSP. And if this is 4 1/4 by 2 1/8, then this is going to be 3 3/4 by 2. So let's do 2. And I want all these cones over here, so we're going to take this part off over here. Stephanie, just wait. Tomorrow I'm going to be singing away for you. And then I think this is 3 3/4 because it's 4. If it's 4 1/4, I want it to be 3 3/4. Let's try that first. It might not be. Wait. Oh, this is 4. That's why. I want this to be 3 3/4. That's why it seemed like when I put it up. Okay. So that I think is fine. 2. Okay, the voice is off. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. That's weird. So is my voice off if you guys see me like this? Hold on, let me. Is my voice off like this too? Maybe if I switch screens and go back, it'll be all right. Let me see. All right, hopefully this is going to be better. I don't know what happened, but okay, so I'll get all the measurements and I'll probably post this so you guys will have it seen that we're just kind of, I'll put it at the bottom of my blog and put a picture of this once we figure out what we're coming up with. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll do this on top and let's do, I think we should do this on the inside. So this is 4 by 3 3/4. So I mean 4. So let's do 3 3/4. Okay, because this is 4. And inside 3 by 4, I think. Oh, this might be fine like it is. Yep, there we go. All right, let's put that down there so I don't lose track of what we're doing, right? So let's, I told you guys on my Facebook where we're just going to be chatting, right? So let's do this. And this actually, I thought about this at the last minute that, you know what, let's create a card. Because showing you all the cards and creating that simple card wasn't really a lot. So, All right, so let's put this down so we don't lose anything. All right, so now we have this, this, this. Oh, let's put this down so we don't lose track of our little pieces. I want to make sure. So this is kind of what it's like when I'm creating a card for videos. Like, oh, what do I want to do? Do I want to do a fold? Do I want to do a technique? What stamp set do I want to use? I keep trying to use something different than what I've already used. And, all right, so, ooh, we got a jet going over us above. All right, so we've got that. This is our piece on the front. So I think I need a piece of white paper. Let's see, what is this? This is a scratch piece. So we are going to make this work, I think. Let's see if it's not too narrow. Well, that's just because you have extra superpower stuff. I think that'll be all right. I'm going to use my scratch paper. Why not? It's not as wide, but that's okay. I have an idea. So did you see I just kind of marked it with my nail where I want to cut it? That's how fancy I get. And then we're just going to put this right on there. I'm going to cut a little bit more. All right. Because I like having the purple show, I think. So I'm good with that. So now, all right, let's do something. We're going to get some ink out. Hi, Bonnie. Let's see. I think Rich Razzleberry. Let's do Bermuda Bay. Rich Raspberry, Bermuda Bay, and let's do Pear Pizzazz. We'll just make it kind of, yeah, I love these colors. Okay, let's try that. Let's, ooh, to the left of my desk is just crazy. All right, we're gonna get the confetti. Now we could use the ink, but I'm going to try and use DSP because you know how I've been trying to use my DSP. We're going to use our confetti though, I think. And let's get You Melt My Heart. I love this sentiment. You melt my heart. This would have been a good Valentine's Day card. All right, let's use this. Yeah, you guys, I'm not sure why it's behind. That's just irritating. I'm sorry. I don't think I can refresh it or anything. I'm going to switch my screens over a little bit. Maybe my computer is like falling asleep or something. And while I'm doing that, I guess I can remind you, Stampin' Storage has an amazing new brush holder, a couple different ones. They even have one for the desk, a desk drawer also. Okay, let's hope it kind of caught up. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm going to put this right on the corner, down on the bottom. You'll have to let me know if it's catching up. Oh, I'm fine on your end, Tashana. Good. Maybe it's just weather or something, you guys. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to open all of these up. And when I do something like this, I like to go with the lighter first, and then I tend to go towards the darker. So I'm going to start with the green with Pear Pizzazz, and I probably should stamp it off first, which I didn't. See the difference? I should have stamped it off, but that's okay. it'll give an idea of what I was doing. All right, I think I should stamp them all off then, maybe. Okay, so we're going to stamp off. Oh yeah, that's a big difference. All right, so we're going to stamp off is what we should have done. That's okay. I could turn it over, but that's all right. All right, so now we're going to go to Blackberry Bliss and stamp off. Just to kind of add, we're going to kind of cover a lot of this up anyway. And you can see if the confetti goes over each other, it's okay because it is, I think I'm going to do one more at the bottom down here to kind of, there. I like that. That's really pretty. Okay, I'm good with that. Not so good with the dark green up there, but that's okay. If I were doing this not on live and I was getting ready to do a video for you guys or whatever, I would definitely do that over. I could have turned it over to do the other side, but we're going to cover a lot of that up, so I'm okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to take our ice cream punch and I'm going to cut 2 cones. So I go to the edge. You can see I've done this before. Go to the edge and do 1 cone and then slide it over, do 2 cones, and now at this point I would cut this off and I still have plenty left, so we'll just set that in my pile to the left. All right, so we have our cones and now we're going to do our ice cream, and I think we're going to do let's see, I want, because we have a lot of the purple base, let's see if we come in. I'm going to have to cut this. Let's just cut it like this. See what we get. I want purple, so we're going to come over here. Uh-oh, that's not going to be purple enough. Let's go over here. And I know I'm cutting this off, but that's okay. I really want a purple cone, and I guess I could do a purple and a pink. No, I don't want that. All right, all right, I'm going to look at my paper because I want another purple. Let's see what's on the other side. Purple stripes. See, that one doesn't have a lot of purple. Oh, here we go. Another purple one. And see, I want this dark green. So we're going to use that one. And see, I'm probably not going to use this for anything else other than something like this. So I'm not worried about cutting up too many other little pieces. All right, so there's another purple like this. I'm not worried about that. I want the solid colors. Now I could stamp these because there is the image in the stamp set that we could do that. I definitely want a green. So let's see, let's use that one because this one has a darker blue and I want that color. And I want green. So let's see what this green looks like. I think that's fine. We have a green, and I want this super teal color. Let's see if I can get in there. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to go all the way. And we'll go this way. Oh, we'll go this way. And you'll see, I might use that later, so we're going to go this way, which means I need to cut that. But I keep all the pieces because there's so much more I can use it for. So, all right, I'm good with that. Let's do that. All right, well, I'm not going to keep these little pieces, but I will keep that. If it had cones on the other side, I would. All right, I don't need this. This was my extra piece. And this was extra, I believe. All right. So let's adhere this. Can you see it's kind of coming together? Me and my crooked page, sorry. All right. You know how there's some days that you're just crafting along and nothing comes to you. There's nothing that even looks like it's worthy. All right, I don't mind the extra purple border. I kind of like that. All right, so now I'm going to adhere this, and I'm going to use glue. I am still alive. Not alive. I'm alive too, but I'm still alive, Kathy, yeah. All right, so we're going to glue this on just because when I'm adhering something like this, I just want to make sure. I'm going to put this on my line here on my ruler. So 2 and I think 3/4 is about the middle. So I'm just going to kind of, it doesn't have to be super exact, but I kind of like to try to get it at least kind of look like that. All right, so it's up a tad on the top, so I'm going to push it down. I want the top definitely to be flush. I can always trim the bottom a little bit. All right, but it's close enough. I think it's not going to be an issue. Okay, so there's our card for that. And it's going to go, ooh, we need some white paper. Okay, so this I'm going to measure, and it is just under 3, not even 2 7/8. It's 2 and, what is that? Oh, I guess it is 7/8 because this is the smaller ruler. Okay, so 2 7/8. But so now I need a piece of paper. Here's a piece that I had, and we're going to do 2 7/8 on this. I'm going to go just under. Okay, so now when this goes over, it's just, I'm going to go just a tiny bit more. So, like barely under. All right, you guys, I'm still looking for a TV show to start. I haven't looked at the names of everybody, what they sent me. Okay, so again, I put my nail mark right there. This is kind of how I measure. And then I'm going to go just under it. So I'm at like 3 3/8. Okay, because you got to allow for the top up here. So if you think about this, okay, this is going to go like this. And I want it to go just a little bit above. So this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put liquid on it so we can have some wiggle space. All right. And we're going to think about where we want this to go. So I want it to go right about there. So I'm going to put that here just for a sec. Pull this up. Kind of get an idea. Okay, it's too far to the right. I'm going to slide it over a little bit. And that's why I don't do the glue all the way to the right side. You want to make sure that you have a little space to move your paper back and forth. Okay, does that make sense? So you're going to put, oh, Cobra Kai was great. Saw it. I've seen a lot of stuff. So you want to put your glue like right about here so you have some room to wiggle back and forth. So I am good with that. So now we are going to put that there. Put your fingers right there. This is very high tech. And now you want to make sure you're inside your fingers, okay? Make sure you're inside your fingers. And I go kind of close to that. Not super close, but kind of. Because you want it to You want to go down. I start up and move down just a little bit. You just want to make sure that you're covering that white paper underneath. Okay? So right about there is what I want. And there's no glue. So you start and then you kind of move up a little bit when you put it on there. Okay? Oh, good, Linda. It's not just me. All right, so I'm loving that. All right, so now we need to get our ice creams. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do is use glue dots, and remember it's paper, so you got to be super careful. So I'm going to put one on this side, and then one on this side, and like I just kind of lift it up with my nails, because these are going to be going down already again. You're going to hear them again together, so don't worry about that. Again, right there, and right there. All right. Well, this is kind of fun, crafting on the fly. I don't do it very often on TV for sure. Okay, so the punch left a little spot right there. And there's a little white piece right there from the paper, so we'll fix that in a minute. Don't let me forget. I'm going to add a little bit of glue just across the top. And I'm going to put my ice cream, and then I'm going to turn it over and just make sure it's stuck there. All right, same here. Ice cream. Yeah, and then once I do my nails, and then sometimes I'll be like, oh, I should kind of measure it, especially if I'm going to do a video and post the results and stuff. But sometimes, and then I might adjust a little bit just so that I can make sure it's a regular measurement for you guys and not something kooky. Okay, so I got a marker and I pulled out soft suede, and I know that this is more like espresso and cinnamon. And but you just need a little bit of color, and I could have used oh, good stuff. Thanks, Joanna. I could have used, in fact, I probably should use cinnamon, because that one is kind of looking a little weird. Uh-oh. Alright, sorry, I hate to get up and get things when I'm doing videos, but when we're kind of on the fly like this, kind of have to. Alright, so now I'm just going to go down the edge, because it just looks like the punch kind of, the paper just kind of got a little distorted right there a little bit. Okay, and then on the edge, so yeah, the cinnamon works really well. Alright, so there we go. That looks great. Now I'm going to pop these up, and I think, let's see, how do I want to do this? Okay, let's do dimensionals. Alright, so I'm going to do one at the top because I want these to adhere together. And I'm going to do two right there because I want the cones on each side to make sure that they're nice and secure. And then I'm just going to take a mini one and just put it here at the bottom. I'm going to do the same with this one. So one over here, one over here, especially because this is the flap at the top. I don't want to. Alright, and then I want a mini one down here. Alright, so I think that's good. Oh, I love this sweet, Jennifer. It's just so sweet. Huh, it's just so sweet. Sweet ice cream, sweet. Okay. The only thing I don't use is the sprinkle top things. And I think because I could, oh, I got a little bit of glue right there when I was sticking that down. I could use the confetti stamp set or something to add sprinkles. I mean, I did get the sprinkles, but I haven't used them yet. I think they would be great in a shaker card, though. To make a shaker card with this would be so cute. Okay, so I think I'm going to put this one. As long as it's on this flat, it's okay. So I'm going to take this one to the side a little bit, like that. And then I'm going to put this one. I love this set. And I'll show you what I cut out already. And then this one, like right there. All right, so I think I'm going to add something still. So I cut out all of this. If you have, like I had some stripes from something, ice cream. Okay, I want these. I want this on the inside. So there's an ice cream. Because it just kind of, ooh, I'm going to triple one too. Okay, so I did these on my Scan and Cut. Not going to lie, I did not fussy cut all these out. But I did these on my Scan and Cut, and they were super simple to cut out. So if you, like this was just the ice cream itself. I think I might have used the cone for something, maybe that's why. But so fun, popsicles, all kinds. Summer's coming. I think this is such a cute set. So what I think I want to do, let's see. I think I'm going to do it just like that. Oh, but they're going to stick out. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to move them in a little bit. All you have to do is say, thinking of you, happy summer, or whatever. All right, I'm changing my mind just a little bit. I'm not going to do the triple. Here we go. We have a single one. Let's do the single and a double. All right, now what you're going to notice is my Scan and Cut went a little crazy right there for whatever reason, so I'm just going to straighten that up. It still has a little divot right there, and for whatever reason, must have been maybe next to something else or what, I don't know. All right, so we're going to put these down on flat. I'm just going to add some glue. All right. Well, this was fun. I really wanted to do, you know, the DSP and kind of just show, kind of challenge myself, to be honest. I have all that DSP from the starter kit if you're new, and I wanted to kind of show, you know, how you can use it or what is. All right, so that's out of the thing. I'm going to move it in. Okay. We're going to move it like this. So now it's all the way in. Again, why I like our glue. And let me show you, because now I have glue right here. So I take my pokey tool and I just lay it down and roll it. And that glue comes right up. You would not even know that there was something right there. Except right here, it's a kind of a bigger spot. So that is where you would take your eraser and just kind of erase, and it'll come off. I just want to be careful not to grab my little snow cone and rip him off. So just be careful. But one of these gum erasers is perfect with this glue. Oh, Janet, it is really cute. This is really a set, I think, that's totally worth it. I mean, even just like the sentiments that just say smile or just because, or, you know, here's a note. I think this would be a really cute little, note cards. All right, so there we go. So there is our cute, oh wait, we forgot something. Oh, I do too, Nola. I don't use it as much as I should, but I've been really trying to force myself to bring it out for DSP and using my DSP more, so it's really been helping me. All right, so there we go. We gotta have some shiny, sparkly ice cream. I don't know why, but I think it just adds some fun to the card. We'll do this one too. I like Wink Stella on anything. I don't do it on masculine cards, and I don't really do it on sympathy cards either, I don't think. I just want the sympathy cards to just be kind of elegant, and there we go. Woohoo! Oh, we should do some in here too. Oh, now I want some ice cream. Anybody have any Rocky Road handy? All right, so there we go. We can Stella up our ice cream just because I want it to shine. All right. You melt my heart. How cute is that? I think I'm going to send that to my grandson, which means I need to make another one because I want to send one to my granddaughter. Linda, right? So just a fun little recap here on our day. Where are my cards? Okay, so we created this one with DSP. Kind of outside the box, but kind of wanting to do a little more with DSP. And then here are some ideas with the new DSP paper on these cards. And then it must be windy outside. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Have I ever tried undo? No, what is that? Hi, Dory, welcome. And then, of course, I did this one. So these are just some ideas. I mean, obviously, I've done the bags in the past. I've done, a lot of other cards and things in the past with DSP, but I just wanted to show mainly these with more simple, add some layers, add a coordinating color, even if it's just 2 colors. Pick something out and you can create a really gorgeous card. Oh no, I've never used that. Thank you, Jacqueline. Oh, good, Nancy. I'm glad. Thanks, Bonnie. Yeah, I think this is a great masculine card with just DSP, and really that's it. And that one stamp set called Soar Confidentially. And you get the hot air balloon and the blimp and then the airplane in that. And then, of course, this one is quite a bit stepped up, but really it's just paper piecing. Take a punch that you like. This one I saw online on Pinterest, and there was so many to choose from. I just saw the idea and then decided to come and find a DSP that I wanted to play with. But I did the bow and I did it catty corner, kind of different, just because these shapes are different. And so I thought that would be kind of fun. I cut this out of the DSP, so you have the flower. And I didn't even Wink Stella that yet. And then went ahead and just popped up some pearls. And again, the little piece I trimmed off, I added down on the bottom. And so that's just another card that you could do. So using your DSP is a great way to do it. Now, another thing, gotta make room for my mouse over here so I can get back to you guys. Another thing to think about is, of course, the bags that I did a video on before. I did a video on how to create bags, and you can use some old ribbon. You can use your designer series paper for that. And that's also a really great way to use something very useful that you can use when you need it. So when I have people pick up orders, I have those bags available for orders that fit in those bags. And even if it's retired paper, I like to have it so that I can show that they can use their old paper for something. Aw, Jennifer, you're sweet. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and read comments. I can't see them all, but I hope that helped you guys. I hope you liked it. I'm like I said, I'm challenging myself to use DSP more often because I don't use it clearly. I don't use it enough, and I have a lot of DSP. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 cubes like that. Oh, where am I? Like that size, those size cubes right there, full of DSP. And that's just what's in here. Okay, add to your list. Good. Good, Dory. I think you'll like it. In the front, I kind of go over the cards a little bit, and then did some crafting. Oh, Christina, thank you. It's very sweet of you. Oh, you guys are so funny. Well, you know what? I love doing what I do. I love sharing what I do. I'm always excited when I come up with something that's kind of different. And also, just reiterating stuff other people have done is important. I see people use DSP and think, oh gosh, I need to start using DSP more often. And so that's kind of why I came up with this. Mainly, I wanted to show the new people how to use all of this fun paper, because this is like a gold mine, these papers. And there are demonstrators that want, okay, there's only 4. I lost one somewhere. There are demonstrators that want this paper too. I really lost a package somewhere while we were sitting right here. But anyway, there's 5 packages. I only have 4 here, but there's 5. And so there is a lot you can do with this. And so this will make so many cards. So if you're new and if you're thinking of signing up, obviously I would love to have you sign up. There's links below. Oh, Jennifer, thank you so much. Then you can get an idea of how to use the paper. And think of a stamp set. If you're new and you don't have a lot of product, that's fine. Kind of focus on one package. So I love the Brights and the Regals. Summer's coming up, so Brights is a great one to think about. And you could also buy the inks in a package with just Brights, and it'll match all your paper. That's what's so fabulous about Stampin' Up! Is they really take out all of the thinking. It's just all there for you. And so you're going to have inks to match, but really you could just get a black ink, get your paper that you have, and pull out some colors that you're interested in, some cardstock, and pick your colors that you want to start with. Pick a stamp set or 2, add them to your kit, and you can create. I mean, if you add this ice cream suite to your kit, you're going to get the DSP, you're going to get the cardstock, or the embellishments, all this, the designer series paper, and be able to make a card like this, and just get yourself some white and Blackberry Bliss cardstock, and you are set to make this card. And there's 3 ink colors that I used. So, and you don't have to use that many. You can put the sprinkles all in one color if you wanted. So there's a lot of things to think about, but time is going by. If you are not a demonstrator, it's totally worth it, and you have nothing to lose. It's so worth it. Oh, Jennifer, that's exactly right. It takes all the guesswork out. I have used a lot of different product and a lot of different paper and stamp sets and everything, and Stampin' Up! Even though people say, oh, then you're kind of stuck with it, there is so much to do that you can create that it does not have, you don't have to use that set for the, something. I use that bow for leaves. You can use so many different things for so much that you don't have to make it that sweet. And if you don't want the whole suite, like the ice cream suite, and you just want to get the stamp set and the punch, you can do that. If you just want the stamp set, the punch, and the DSP, you can do that. You do not have to buy the whole suite together. So don't think you have to. It makes sense because it comes with everything you need to make some amazing cards. But you can also do just the stamp set and, or just the stamp set. But you could do the punch too. Karen, you're right. You are so right. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And I hope you guys will pull out your DSP paper and start crafting and making some cards with that, or some bags, or something. Start using it up, because we are going to end up with a lot of it, and the new catalog's coming soon. So I'm hoping to at least make one of my cards a week with some DSP. So be looking for that. Today is Tuesday, and I plan on coming back before Sunday, which is my regular time, with a card. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I will, you'll get notified when I come back on. If you go over to my Facebook page, which, let me just find my information here. If you go over to my Facebook page, you guys will get updates when I come live, and it'll give you a little heads up. Basically, it'll say I'm coming on today at 2 o'clock, or sometimes I give hints on what we're doing, but you guys can always message me over there also. You're welcome, Jennifer. Again, I would love it if you guys subscribe, like, and share. That really helps my YouTube channel, and I did surpass, my 3,500, and now my next goal is 5,000. I'd love for you guys to help with that. I will. Oh, Karen, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm anxious to see what that's about. Kathy, I'm so proud of you. So that's my goal, is sending happy mail out. So this card is perfectly in that category of sending happy mail. It's You Melt My Heart. I'm going to make another one right now, and I'm going to send probably the confetti one to my granddaughter, and maybe the little stripe ones to my grandson. Oh, Janet, thanks. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. If you would like to join my team or have questions about joining, again, I've been mentioning it, there is no obligation if you decide to change your mind. So join, get the free paper, give it a try, get your discount. The new catalog's coming up. So when you join, right now, I can't even begin, I can't tell you how much it is you're going to get right now. Even if your time goes by and you're not able to do it, or you decide this is too much, and it's really not, all you're doing is getting a discount on your product. But if you decide not to stick with it, you're going to get your free paper. You're going to get a free paper pumpkin. You're going to get a bunch of catalogs and forms and stuff. If you don't need them, pass them on to somebody that could use them. And you are probably, you're going to be able to get a new catalog coming in, I think it's April, for demonstrators if you do the on tour. And I'll explain that to you more later if you're interested. And you are going to be able to buy items from the new catalog at a discount. That's all for signing up for $99. You get $125 in product, and you're going to get all of that. And then if you decide this isn't for you, then that's fine. But you can just craft, get a discount, and that's it. You don't have to do videos and sell and all that kind of stuff if you don't want to. If you're buying stuff already, why not get it for 20%? Exactly. You're going to get it 20% off. And if you say, I don't want to know anything about the business, I just want to get my discount, the only thing I will probably do then is let you know that if you're close to not getting your discount when your time limit is up. And if that's all you want to know, that's all I will contact you for. You just let me know what you want to do, and then that's what we'll do. All right? Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. I will probably be doing a video between now and Sunday. So make sure, ring the bell, like it, all that good stuff, and subscribe, and you will hear from me soon. And if you have anything you want to see, let me know though, because I really want to do stuff that you guys are interested in seeing or thinking about. So have a great rest of your day. If you are in Texas, you're probably not watching me because you have no power and you're saving your power for important things, your batteries. So take care, and I hope you get to watch the rerun eventually, and I hope your power comes on soon. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.